He's sung about all that previously. Now he's just saying, if I don't have you, I will die. That's it. That's the pinnacle, point blank, period. And if you get that reference, congratulations on watching some trashy TV. Hello everyone, Marc Daniel Patrick here, musical theater coach. Thank you so much for taking time to check out the channel. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you can find me on Instagram at Marc Daniel Patrick or at my website at marcdanielpatrick.com. Leslie Odom Jr., the triple threat sensation who burst onto the musical theater scene in 2016 as Aaron Burr in Hamilton, a role that he has said many times before unequivocally changed his life. But in doing some research on Leslie, one of the things that stands out to me is his absolute love and passion for musical theater. Even now, as he's gone on to become a recording artist, appear in television and film, he always says the musical theater stage is where he feels the most alive and what he was born to do. And like him and myself and any other musical theater nerd who lived through the 90s, Jonathan Larson was something of a god. And the musical score to Rent was truly our Bible. I mean, you have to understand what Rent did for the 90s is kind of what Hamilton did in 2016 and even now. Discussing the issues of that time and that generation and shoving it in the audience's face so they can't look away, they have to acknowledge it and discuss it themselves. The musical Rent ran on Broadway for an incredible 12 years. It won 3 Tony Awards and it inspired so many individuals, including the great Lin-Manuel Miranda himself, to look at musicals in an entirely different way. With a touching tribute to Jonathan Larson and to Rent, singing Without You, this is Leslie Odom Jr.
Without you, the ground thaws, the rain falls, the grass grows.
The simplicity that he approaches every single song just gets me every single time. I mean, I've said it before, he can sing the phone book and I would be satisfied with that. And on top of that, he's not going to make it some big dramatic performance either. He's just going to simply read the phone book, and just his cadence and his presence and his attention to every detail. It's absolutely flawless. Every decision he makes, every impulse he has when performing a song, it's just, for me, it's just enough. It's never too much. It's spot on.
Without you, the earth turns, the sun burns, but I die without you.
That falsetto is just so spot on for him, and it's accomplished by such great control and phrasing. When you're singing and performing, one of the most important things is going to be breath. Obviously, you need it, but proper phrasing and knowing how to phrase a song and where to cut it off and where to breathe is kind of a skill in itself, right? I get asked this all the time, is where are the right places in a song to breathe? And honestly, it's really the singer's choice. Whatever feels natural for you is where you should be breathing. Wherever you need to breathe to carry you through a certain phrase is where you should be breathing. So there might be some parts that seem obvious throughout the phrasing or the words of the song that might seem obvious of a place to breathe. But if you want to change something up and make something a little bit more emotional and maybe grab the audience's attention in a certain spot, you can carry through certain phrases and choose to breathe in different areas that don't seem obvious, that allow you to really show that you have a great handle and control on the song. So he's not doing that too much here. He's kind of breathing in the most obvious places, but he is taking proper breaths to allow him to hit those falsettos cleanly and in pitch and maintain that pitch throughout the entire note.
Without you, the breeze warms, the girl smiles, the cloud moves. Without you.
That run is so good. He doesn't, it's a very subtle run, so it's not really changing the melody up too much, but those little peaks of, all right, I'm going to show off with a little run here is quite good. To continue on the breathing point we just had, look how much breath he's driving through on those without you. Every time he says without you, there's so much breath coming through it. and allowing him to stay on pitch and stay in key. For so much of this song, it's quite vulnerable for a vocalist. There's no orchestration behind you that's going to hide any blemishes. It's just you and some subtle guitar chords in the back, right? That's all you have. So maintaining that clarity, maintaining the pitch, maintaining your key is incredibly important. So he uses his breath really quite well to drive through those notes and drive through the phrases and help him stay on pitch throughout the entire number.
Without you, the moon glows, the river flows, but I die without you.
I say it time and time again. I harp on this so much on this channel, but Leslie Odom Jr. does it better than anyone else. He truly adapts to that less is more motto. Instead of trying to overhype a song or overdo it on emotion, he simply sings the number. And if something comes up that hits him emotionally, he will act on it. If it doesn't, he simply sings the song. Nothing less, nothing more. And that's exactly, it's a good lesson to learn for singers. And I just love that approach so much, that you don't need to add anything onto your performance if it doesn't come organically. Anything else is just acting, and it's not authentic. It's not true to your character. Tell the story first, sing about it later. I say it all the time, but he buys into that motto so incredibly well.
Without you, the eyes gaze, the legs walk, the lungs breathe, the mind churns.
Oh, that crack in his voice is so good there, and it's just so on point. First of all, it's technically sound. To be able to allow yourself to intentionally crack like that is quite good. Second of all, it just lends itself to the devastating emotion of this song. The character is just referencing anything they can in life to show that nothing in life is worth living if you don't have this person you're in love with, if you don't have this person. And that crack just hits you as an audience member. That just absolutely destroys you, and it's so incredibly on point and so good.
But I'm gone, 'cause I'd die.
Okay. All right, what did he just do there? All right, so vocally, he takes the word die. Die is very wide in the mouth. Instead, he elongates it, opens it out, makes it more of an O sound, so it's more of a die. Brings as much as he can the sound to the front of his face, so he's less in danger of going flat, and just simply opens it up and lets it resonate and sing the note out. It's so incredibly good. Emotionally, he's on one layer, one emotion. I talk about it all the time on this channel about finding layers in songs that you can build on and come back to. For me, for this song, needs to have one layer. That's it. Is nothing in life is worth living if you don't have this person you're in love with. That's the subtext. That's all you need to keep coming back to. This final line is, he's brought up so many things in life, the birds, the sun, whatever he's talking about, whatever he's singing about, all of these things are not worth it if I don't have you. He's sung about all that previously. Now he's just saying, if I don't have you, I will die. That's it. That's the pinnacle, point blank period. And if you get that reference, congratulations on watching some trashy TV. But that's it. That's the pinnacle of it. That's the height of this layer that it needs to be. That one single layer that you are continuously coming back to through this entire piece is really it. Is nothing is worth living if I don't have you. So that's really all you're trying to get across this entire number. But that one note there brings in so much technique. Vocally, emotionally, it allows you to really show off so much there. And he does that obviously impeccably well.
Without you.
Barely moves his mouth on that last U, right? Barely moves his mouth at all. Just allows that sound to resonate, forms the vowel, allows the sound to resonate, and so subtly closes off the song. And that's just It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's his whatever you want to compare it to, like butter, like silk. That voice you could listen to forever. He's one of those incredibly fortunate ones that anything they sing just absolutely melts for you and just sounds unbelievable. You know, John Legend is another one who, no matter what note they're singing, just he makes it sound like it's so effortless and so perfect. And that's why we love him, right? For that tone that he brings to every piece he sings. And for me, the way he approaches a song emotionally for me is top of the class, is just bar none. No one can compare to the way he just so subtly approaches the emotion of every piece he sings. A big thank you to the subscriber who pointed me in the direction of this video. It's really hard to find Rent videos now, just because Rent, you know, came out in '96. It's a very hard musical to find good quality videos of, but it's a great one to review on this channel. So a big thank you to whoever pointed me in the direction of this video. That's absolutely fantastic. If you have any other suggestions for videos, please throw them in the comments below. I would love to check those out as well. That's all the time we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Mark Daniel Patrick, and thanks so much for watching.